Hello everybody, tonight I will be showing you the back muscles on the smaller and larger model at the anatomy lab at UCF for Dr. Sam's anatomy. So let's get started. It's actually a picture of one of the models, so it's not the real thing, but it's close enough. It'll help you get an A on the test, hopefully. So let's get right into it. A at the top, I'm going to go ahead and point with my pencil. Up here, A is going to be the rhomboid minor, C is going to be the rhomboid major. So major is always going to be on the bottom, minor is always going to be on top, regardless of which muscles we're talking about. So A, rhomboid minor. Over here we have B. B is going to be the trapezius muscle. It's probably one of the easiest to remember, for me anyways. Like I said, C is going to be the rhomboid major. Then you have D in between both of them. That's going to be the serratus posterior superior. The serratus posterior inferior is down here. It's letter I. We'll go over that again in a minute. So once again, A is the rhomboid minor. B is the trapezius muscle. C is the rhomboid major. And D is going to be the serratus posterior superior. Jump over here to E. E is going to be the teres major, and then F right next to it, right here, is going to be the teres major, teres minor. So teres major, teres minor. Remember I said the major is always on the bottom, minor is always going to be on the top, just like the rhomboid muscles. So let's go through all those one more time, get it stuck in your brain. So A is going to be the rhomboid minor. B is the trapezius. C, rhomboid major. D, serratus posterior superior. E is teres major. F is teres minor right here. So let's move down to G. G, that's going to be the latissimus dorsi muscle. Latissimus dorsi. It's right here. And then H right here, that is going to be your longissimus thoracis. Longissimus thoracis. Then over here, I, remember I said I is what? I is going to be your serratus posterior inferior. Awesome. Then if you want to go over here to J, it's kind of right on the spine. You really can't see this muscle here, but it's called the spinalis muscle. Spinalis muscle. You can't see it on any of the models in the lab at UCF, but if he points to directly to the middle of the spine, it will be the spinalis muscle or spinalis muscle. And then right here, it's not labeled, but that is the iliocostalis muscle. I believe that is the iliocostalis muscle. And depending on where these are located in the back, these three, it's going to be either thoracis, if it's in the thoracic vertebral region, or lumborum, if it's in the lumbar region. So just keep that in mind on the test. On Sam's test, he likes to test you on the more specific things. So just be careful. If he has iliocostalis thoracis or iliocostalis and iliocostalis muscle, and that's it, and it's in the thoracic region, make sure you put iliocostalis thoracis. Otherwise you will get it marked wrong, and he probably won't change it. So keep that in mind on the test. And now we are going to move on to the other model, which is also a picture that I have. Let's get this one out. Give me 1 second. Actually goes this way. Alright, this one has a lot more muscles on it, so keep it like this so you can see it. Probably not going to go in order the way it's labeled. I'm just going to go through it how it is on the model. So right here you can see F. If you could take a guess, what would you say F would be? Alright, well, if you look at this side, the trapezius muscle is right here. You have the ascending, transverse, and descending trapezius muscle. So if you look, it's going all the way up to the right above the neck as well. So, and then it attaches to the skull. So this would, yes, it would be the trapezius muscle. Alrighty, so remember I said this is the ascending, transverse, and descending trapezius muscle. There's 3 different names for him depending on which one he points to. And remember, if he points to this and he says ascending trapezius muscle or trapezius muscle, always go with the more specific one. Right here, A is going to be the semispinalis capitis. Semispinalis capitis. B is going to be splenius capitis. C will be the longissimus capitis. And all these are capitis because it's going towards the cap or your head. D is going to be the levator scapulae. That's because it's connected to the scapula bone, and then it actually raises up this bone, so it's levator scapulae. E is going to be the longissimus cervicus, and that's because C right here, the letter C, is the longissimus capitis. So this is going to be your longissimus cervicus. Yes. I'm not sure if you could see it on this model. No, but it's not on the head. If you look at the head on the smaller model, you actually don't have C right here. You do not have that. All you will have is the splenius capitis, so this will actually be your splenius cervicus on the smaller model only, not on this model. So let's go over to O. I'm not going to cover these because you'll learn it when you're doing the arms. So I'm going to go right here to O. O is going to be your, you should know this from the one earlier, it's going to be the rhomboid minor. Minor is always on top. And it's going to be the rhomboid major because it's on the bottom. Hop over here, you'll learn S a little bit later when you're learning the arms. Right here, K is going to be teres major because it's on the bottom, and then right above it is going to be the teres minor. Alrighty, then R and Q. R is going to be your ilicostalis muscle, and since it's in the thoracic region, it's thoracis. So ilicostalis thoracis. Q is going to be your longissimus thoracis. L again is going to be your latissimus dorsi, which we saw in the other model as well. Also P. P is going to be your latissimus dorsi as well. So right in between O and N, your 2 rhomboid muscles. Right in between there is going to be, again, your serratus posterior superior. And down here, M is going to be your serratus posterior inferior. So superior, inferior. I believe I covered everything on here. So that is going to be it for the back muscles for Dr. Samson's anatomy. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment on this, and I will answer them as soon as possible. So hope you all get an A in this course, and I'll hopefully be uploading a few more videos as we go through this semester. Good luck.